Hey, welcome to Life with Colonel Lee. I'm Colonel Lee. Today we are checking out a new tent. This is a prototype tent from Ayamaya. This is a 6 to 8 person tent. And like I said, it's a prototype tent, so it's not even on the market yet. I get the unique pleasure of showing you this tent first. So some really cool features about this tent that I really like. There's two large vestibules on either end of the tent. And you can see here above me, I have this vestibule in porch mode. The other side, I just have it rolled up and out of the way. But it's a pretty large vestibule. You can definitely get in here and get out of the weather and then be able to dry off before you get into the inner tent. And also on the outside of the inner tent, there are pockets. Two large pockets on both sides of the tent, on both sides of the door, and on both sides of the tent. So both doors have outside gear pockets. So that is pretty handy. So we have two side windows that you can access from the inside of the tent, also the outside. And so another cool feature is we have two large doors, and to increase airflow, there's a solid material that you can unzip and still maintain your no-see-um mesh for bugs and mosquitoes. And if you want to decrease your air circulation, if it's cold, you want to retain more heat in the tent, you can just close that up and create more warmth within the tent. So on the tent body, there is quite a bit of solid panel. It is a breathable material, but it's just going to reduce airflow. And like I said, the two doors, you can increase airflow by unzipping that solid panel. So on the roof of the tent, on the tent body, it's all mesh, and you do have a lantern hook or hang a light source of some kind. And on the interior of the tent, there are two large pockets on the side. So, to pitch the inner tent, it does come with two straight, very thick diameter fiberglass poles. And it's going to form your traditional X shape to erect the tent. And they do have about a 3 to 4 section pole sleeve, and that pole sleeve is necessary because the tent is rather tall. So if you just had clips all the way, you're probably not going to be able to reach some of those clips. So the pole sleeve is nice for that section of the top of the tent that you cannot reach. And then the rest is just clip-ons. And then when you put on the Rainfly, this is a full Rainfly, and it is waterproofed. So it doesn't matter which way you put it, it's the same on both ends. So just line up the door with the door of the tent, start putting in your buckles, and then start staking down every place there is to stake down. And then you're going to have two more thick diameter fiberglass poles, and at the corners there's going to be some pre-bent sections. Those poles are for your vestibule area on your Rainfly. Now those do insert on the underside of your Rainfly. There is a pole sleeve that goes right across the top of the door, and then the rest of the way is Velcro closures. And it just hooks into the corner buckle or tether strip that anchors down into the ground with a ground stake. Now this tent comes with 14 guy lines and 32 stakes. So you have every which way that you can set up this tent with the vestibule door. You're going to have plenty of tie-out guy lines and stakes to be able to do that. Also, this tent comes with a Vestibule Tarp. So it's a ground sheet, and it just goes into the vestibule, and it just comes with one. So you can choose which entrance is going to be, let's say, your dirty entrance. If you're tracking in muddy shoes or whatever, or if there's moisture on the ground and you don't want to get anything wet as you're coming in and out of the tent. So it comes with extra stakes to be able to stake that down onto the ground as well. So also this tent comes with 4 tarp poles. So this is a tarp pole right here behind me, and they are metal, and you get 4 of them. That way you can put both vestibules into porch mode. Now it's very important to be able to have multiple guy lines and stakes for a tent of this size. This tent is pretty tall, so I haven't done measurements yet, but I'm 6 foot and I can almost stand up in the center of the tent. So as you can see, it's very windy today, and being able to guy out a big tent like this is extremely necessary. Or else you're just your tent's not going to do well. With a tall tent like this, you need all those extra guy out points. So like I mentioned, this tent is not being mass produced just yet and available for purchase, but very soon it will. And when it does, we're going to provide a link in the description box of where you can purchase this tent. Also, just check out Ayamaya's official website and for future updates on this tent. I think the price point is going to be $199. That's really not bad. Ayamaya is known for good quality materials and their camping gear at budget-friendly prices. So if you're looking for a good 6 to 8 person family's tent with a full Rainfly, waterproof, then check out Ayamaya.